Hey, I got something to say. It's Conquering Jackie Daniels. Your cup of J, sip of the day, I guess. I want to say something. Have you ever wondered if you look back at your past experiences, you look at where you are now, you look at where you are now, you look at where you come from, look at where you was a year ago today, where you was 5 years ago, where you was 10 years ago. Ask yourself, are you a better person or a bitter person? Are you a broken person or are you a woken person, enlightened now? Are you someone that made it through your darkness? Are you still bound by the past of the regrets of your past? That's what I want to say. Are you still bound by that? Or have you crowned yourself queen of your throne? Are you still stressed or do you consider yourself to be blessed? Are you still walking around with damage or are you learning how to manage it? These are all the things that I am working on creating journals for us to write in because it's time. If you are someone that if you look, today is October 31st, today is Halloween Day. If you look at your life last year, October 31st, 2022, has anything changed for you? And when you ask yourself, has anything changed for you? Has it changed for the better or has it changed for the worse? Have you learned anything from the results of your life right now? What I'm asking is, have your life served you in the last year as an example or as a warning? Let's look at the different areas of our lives. Spiritually, are you connected to God or are you disconnected from God? And you would know this by how much of a spiritual hindrance, uh, how much of your life has been spiritually just wrecked in warfare. Have you been experiencing more spiritual warfare in your life? What about emotional? Have you experienced more emotional intelligence or more emotional recklessness? Or is it just emotionally reckless? Have you experienced more mental anguish, turmoil, or mental uplifting? Is your mental capacity healthy? Have you experienced more of a financial abundance or a financial delay? Are you still living paycheck to paycheck? I am. Have you experienced more relationships stumbling blocks or are your relationships in good standing? Have you experienced more of a good, healthy energy in your environment or is it stale and unproductive? So, those are some things that we can start really doing a self analysis on ourselves to see how our life has been going. Because sometimes we need to do a welfare check on ourselves. How often do we do a welfare check on ourselves? So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on a journal and I want to be able to complete this journal before my birthday in December 12/12. That's going to be my gift for me. That's going to be an accomplishment that I have for me. So today is October 31st, and I'm asking you, how many days would that be left in a year? Because November has 30 days, right? December has 31 days, right? So that's 61 days we have left this year. So what are you going to do with 61 days that we have left in this year? What are you going to do differently to get something differently? Because if you don't do nothing, you're not going to get nothing different. But if you do something, you're going to get something. It's going to be a change in your life. You're going to experience a change in your life. But if you don't do nothing, you're going to keep experiencing the same things. So what are you going to do differently? We have 61 days left in this year. What are you going to do differently? Just do a self-analysis on yourself. I know for me, I want better relationships. I want a better relationships with a man. I want better relationships with male friends. Like I like having conversations with men because their conversation is sometimes I feel like I can relate more in conversations with men than women because sometimes it appears that women get they go into the emotions too quickly, and sometimes when I'm talking to men, the relationship is it lasts longer and it's more it challenges me a lot. But when I'm talking to women, it's like our conversation always reflect back to our roles in our lives, like as mothers, as and it ended up being conversations about what we are struggling with, and I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time. We mostly it's like when we are talking as women, we mostly end up venting about our lives, but when we're talking to our male friends, we mostly I guess the conversation is different because men just don't men are like they want to get to the solution. Like what are you looking for? Like they're more analytical, logical. So like the conversation with them is like just so different. And so when I'm talking to men, it's like I got all these questions that I want answers to. But when I'm talking to my the women, it's like we're venting towards each other. Like we're telling each other about the issues, the struggles that we're dealing with at the time. And I don't know why it's like that. It don't matter what woman I'm talking to, whether it be my mom, whether it be coworkers at work, whether it be, kinfolk, friends, whatever. It's like it always ends up being like you're venting. I don't know why. And then like sometimes I could be talking about something dealing with business, but then it always turned into us venting about something. So anyway, I don't know how I got off subject, but so that's what I'm working on for the rest of the year. So what are you working on for the rest of the year? Comment below. Let me know. Don't just listen to the video. Get involved in the conversation. Okay. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night.